Hey there all my gamer friends, how's it going? I'm making this video to show you gamers how to buff up the Aerondite Silver Sword with Bloodbath. Now it's not easy to get and I'll explain to you how I got to it. As you see here, I had no ability points, so I'm going to take a potion of clearance. But I've got the bottom to the left and right filled. The Euphoria on the right and the Frost for your art on the left. I didn't mess with the bottom two, but I'm missing the fact that I have to get those bottom two to the right and the left. The mutated skin and the skills, I mean the signs, something that does with the signs. But I want to fill them up before I can go up and get the upper tier. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So guess what I got to do that? I got to go kill a bunch of drowners. So I'm going to farm drowners for about the next 2 or 3 hours and try to get 9 lesser mutagens. 3 lesser mutagens make a mutagen, and then 3 mutagens make a greater mutagen. So it took me a long time to get 9 lesser red mutagens off these drowners, but I did. Then I'm going to share with you what I did next. So I found out before you can activate Bloodbath at the very top, you have to get the very bottom, the 2 brown ones at the very bottom. I took all my mutagens, all of my red mutagens, everything to activate them. For some odd reason, they want your red mutagens. So I literally had to spend an hour and a half killing drowners on the east side of Art Skellig to get my 9 lesser mutagens. You have to get 9 lesser mutagens to make 3 greater mutagens. And once I did that, I was ready to go. So let me explain now how the game is formed and how you should correctly use it. The game intended for you to make your mutagens, not farm them off dead drowners, or drown dead, whatever you want to call them. Here in Corvo Bianco, you have this laboratory underneath in the wine cellar where you kill the Bruxa. Now that laboratory enables you to take Wraith, Drowner, Centipede, mutagens, everything, and make them into the lesser red mutagens. And it takes 3 lesser red mutagens to make a mutagen, and 3 mutagens to make a greater mutagen. But I didn't have that luxury because I bailed out of Toussaint and out of Blood and Wine, because a subscriber was asking me to help him. He was in a bad shape. We just had the update in December 2022, and this is around January. So I bailed out early. That's why I have to go kill all these drowners to try to get my 3 greater mutagens to activate Bloodbath. I bailed out of it early. If I'd have known all this like I do now, I'll continue to use it. Now the second item you can get at Corvo Bianco is the Muta Generator. Regis gives it to you at the end of the game. You see it, you find it in your bedroom next to the bed. I don't even pick it up because here's the reason why. But again, I'm an experienced player, but you new players do want this. What you do when you're fighting an enemy and you kill the enemy, it takes the energy from the enemy. And once you kill enough monsters and bad guys or whatever, just slash the monsters, go kill drowners that respawn, you get endless greater mutagens when it's fully charged. You have to click the use button. What I don't like about it, they're random. It's the same thing as killing these drowners on the east side of Art Skellig. It's random. I must kill 150 drowners to get 9 lesser mutagens, lesser red mutagens. So to me, personally, I wouldn't prefer the Muta Generator, but I do like the laboratory. So that's a good thing to know when you do play it again. Now the second item you can get at Corvo Bianco is the Muta Generator. Regis gives it to you at the end of the game. You see it, you find it in your bedroom next to the bed. I don't even pick it up because here's the reason why. But again, I'm an experienced player, but you new players do want this. What you do when you're fighting an enemy and you kill the enemy, it takes the energy from the enemy. And once you kill enough monsters and bad guys or whatever, just slash the monsters, go kill drowners that respawn, you get endless greater mutagens when it's fully charged. You have to click the use button. What I don't like about it, they're random. It's the same thing as killing these drowners on the east side of Art Skellig. It's random. I must kill 150 drowners to get 9 lesser mutagens, lesser red mutagens. So to me, personally, I wouldn't prefer the Muta Generator, but I do like the laboratory. So that's a good thing to know when you do play it again. So I wanted to make this short clip of me farming these drowned dead to get to lesser red mutagens. When you're doing this, you're leveling up. I level up to almost 2 levels just killing drowners. Just doing this, looking for my 9 lesser red mutagens, and I got them. But what happened? The Aerondite kept getting stronger. See it glowing yellow more? Almost every hit. Now when we get Bloodbath, the mutagen on top of this, everything will be quadrupled. Every strike's going to be yellow. So it's going to be fully powered and charged. But you see the difference. It's really putting a hurting on these drowners. But here in a minute you're going to see what Bloodbath does to it. Does to the sword when I'm fighting the enemy. Now from here, if I'm done, I'll farm them. I think I got one red mutagen here. Lesser red, excuse me. But there's always blue, green. There it is. So I got one. So what I do now, I go back to the whale graveyard fast travel point. There's another one. I'm lucky. You never know. I went 30 greens and blues in a row without seeing a red. That's how hard it is. They're random. So I'm going to go back to the fast travel point in the real graveyard. I'm going to flip down the red gill. From there, I just simply go south to the next batch of drowners. And when I'm done, you cannot meditate to renew them. You can meditate at the Cyclops in the hill between these two places and kill him over and over. That's a fast way to level up for you people who want to level up. But what I have to do is go off the map. You have to go off Ardskellig. So I just flip to Novigrad, watch the computer while it's loading. It takes forever. And then I come back and everything's there again. But it's meticulous, but it will get you what you want. Because you're going to see in a minute what this Bloodbath does. It's going to be awesome. So finally, after farming Gerald to death, he likes to plow, but he doesn't want to do anything else with farming. So I got my 3 greater red mutagens. There they are right there. Now I'm going to go to Bloodbath and see if I can open it up. Like I said, I had to open up the entire bottom of the mutagen map. So let's go up to it. Nothing has to be activated. You have to deactivate every mutagen to load a new one. And now it's highlighted in green. I can research. Boom, it's done. I got it. Finally. Now I'm going to be unstoppable. My Aerondite is quadrupled in power. And the monsters better get on my way. Now, let's go see how it works. What do you think? Let's go find out right now. Now, just south of the whale graveyard before Red Gill, there's a Cyclops that lives on the top of the hill. You can meditate and kill him over and over. You can't meditate and kill the drowners over and over. You have to leave the map and then come back. However, I want to see what this sword is doing. I want to see the color of it. Is it fully charged in yellow? That was yellow, yellow, yellow. Fully charged, every hit. Never done that before. Never. But that's not my real goal here. Now we're going to go down. We're going to slaughter the drowners down at the bottom of Red Gill because drowners hit you back. This Cyclops doesn't. So now let's go find out what it really does on multiple enemies. Now here you see what the Bloodbath mutation on the Aerondite sword could do to enemies. A lot of enemies. The thing is, it's going to glow yellow. We know that. But am I going to take any damage back? Will I be able to defend them? Fend them off. So far so good. Quick. A lot of damage. Looking good. I like this sword now that's quadrupled in power. I'm going to do a lot of killing with it because I haven't even found Ciri yet. So that's going to be a wrap for this video, everybody. All I can say is I love Bloodbath, and it's now my Aerondite. And I got it at level 26. See you next video.